Today I will show you guys a version of a very popular Demon Hunter build for PvP. I'm sure you are all aware of how annoying Demon Hunters are right now in Battlegrounds with their almost endless dash builds. This is a version of that setup with some of the recently released essences. First, I will talk about the skills and the essences I use for them. Our first skill is Strafe and we are using 3 different essences for it. This offhand essence called Fellow Farm is pretty cool to use because it gives us a summon. Thanks to that, we don't always have to get close to the enemies, and it combines pretty well with our control skill, which I'm going to talk about after this one. Strafe now summons a spinning shadow for 5 seconds, shooting in all directions, and it has 2 maximum charges. Other than that, we are using 2 main hand essences for it, and this one increases the duration of the strafe by 39%. And the other one makes Strafe also launch homing rockets, each dealing damage to a nearby enemy. Now we can talk about the skill that makes this build a little bit more different than other versions, Spinning Chakram. Thanks to the newly released offhand essence, Spinning Chakram now throws a windwheel blade, dealing damage and dragging enemies to the end of its path. At the end of its path, the windwheel blade will stop and spin, pulling in nearby enemies and dealing damage. After 1.5 seconds of spinning, the windwheel will explode, dealing damage to nearby enemies. And after this one, we have Vengeance with the chest essence called Hate Sheet. Vengeance now fully consumes you for 6 seconds, increasing your primary attack speed by 40%, but you can no longer specifically target enemies. Activating Vengeance again will end the skill before its full duration expires. Lastly, we have the star of the show, Escape with 3 different essences. This shoulder one is really important because it turns the skill into a forward dash. Escape now lunges forward, dealing damage to enemies along your path and decreasing their movement speed by 80% for 2 seconds, with maximum 2 charges. And this helmet essence makes it possible to use it over and over again. Escape's cooldown is reduced by 1.6 seconds each time you take damage, up to a maximum of 4.8 seconds. And I find this legs essence pretty important as well because it gives us little shields each time we use escape, which can prevent you from dying from last second damage over time hits when you are running away. Of course, we are using crossbow shot as our primary attack skill, but we are not using any essences for it. And before we move on to the set items, let me show you all the essences together, so if you want to quickly copy the build, it should make it easier for you. For the helmet, we have Best Discretion. For the chest, we have Hate Sheet. For shoulders, we have Escalating Violence. For the pants, we are using Secret Safeguard. And for the main hands, we have Turmoil and Unrelenting Furor. And for the offense, we are using Electrum Loon and Follow Farm. That's all the essences we have for this build. Like I said, there are different versions of the build, and this is the one I used on my latest stream and I liked it. I will be testing other ones as well, and if they feel better than this one, I will update you guys with a new video. Now, let's talk about the set items. For this build, using 4 pieces of Gloomguide's Prize is a must-have because the 2-piece bonus gives you a 15% damage increase, and the 4-piece bonus increases your critical hit chance by 22.5%, which is really great. And for the other 4, I'm using V2 Zorges to increase my attack speed, but actually you can use 4 pieces of Mountebank as well to make yourself way harder to kill, which can give you even better results even though your burst damage output is going to be lower. But at the end of the day, if you stay alive longer, you can cover that damage difference. And when it comes to the Paragon, I'm using Warden to feel a little bit more tanky, but if you don't like that, you can try out other damage-focused Paragon trees. Other than that, try to get as much fortitude as you can from your legendary and set items to increase your armor penetration and armor. As you can see, I'm getting 11,200 fortitude from my items, and that alone gives me 1,100 armor and armor penetration. Now I will add gameplay of this build from the stream I used it. I hope you enjoy it. If you have questions or suggestions about the build, let me know in the comments section. Thanks for tuning in and take care. I guess that's just my guess. I'm not sure because they never said anything officially. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna get away. He shouldn't have. They should be... Come on, die. I don't wanna chase you, and I'm not gonna. Oh, that's a different build. Good to see something different. Okay, he needs to die right now. Otherwise, I'm gonna die. Really? That was close, GG's. Oh, there is one more guy here too. Bro, they're everywhere. I forgot that Savior is on cooldown. Kamikaze. Kamikaze Habo. Nice. It worked actually. Usually we are the dying one when we do that. When you get into their backlines, it's fun. But you need to know when to get out. Okay, let's help this side. Damn. Today we lost the most games from my last streams. But I think I had the most fun today. With this stupid build. I am not saying stupid in a bad way, by the way. Look at this, this is fun. But I can't imagine playing this on mobile. Probably I would have a seizure. So props to you guys playing this on mobile and doing good. Well, when you get used to PC, mobile feels very, difficult. But I can see, yeah, you can get used to it and it should be just fine. Okay, let's heal up. Playing Demon Hunter on keyboard is the reason why you are shooting at walls. Really? When we get close, it hits the enemies. I don't know. I can plug in a controller. But I'm not used to playing on controllers as well, so this is the best option. Yeah, this is random attack. I'm not targeting anyone. This is the chest essence. Most of the time, it doesn't hit anyone, but if I can really target it, it's useful. But usually I'm just throwing it like that because I'm just guessing they might walk that way. That's why I throw it not in front of them, but their walkway. But sometimes it doesn't work. And it looks like it's not working mostly. But right now it's working, like it worked and killed that guy. And they, like, it's, even though it doesn't hit anyone, you can think of it like a barrier. You can't walk past it and come to you. GG's, by the way. Have you talked about the build in the beginning of the stream? I talked about the build, but I talked about different builds as well. This is just one of them. But I will make a separate video about this build tomorrow. But if you want to see the setup, let me show it to you pretty quickly. 4-piece Gloomskite, 4-piece Vitus, and these are the essences. But there is different versions of this.